Hello, I'm your host, Ismail Chels, and welcome to Storytime Saturdays. Today's video is audiobook of Chapter 1, Part 2 of The Great Battle for Amerikhanta begins. So, during the meeting, the two presidents had heard reports of a large group of rogue soldiers who had been seen in the different states and territories in both the North and the South. After the meeting, both the presidents of the Union and Confederacy sent two of their generals, who were Generals McClellan and Johnston, out to see who the rogue army was and to report back to them when they find out. But they also told them it would be even better if they brought back the leaders of the rogue army back here with them for punishment. Now McClellan and Johnston both left Maryland Eldenwind and went to wherever the rogue soldiers would be seen next, and that just happened to be the province state of Maine Ellington. Then back in Maine Ellington, while the army of Amerikhanta was in that deep sinkhole, they noticed that the water in that part of the tunnel was just a little deeper than before. But they also noticed that the hole was also just a little bit deeper than before, as if someone or something was trying to either bury them alive or trying to make sure they drowned in the underground lake. So at that moment, the army of Amerikhanta realized that they were actually sinking a little deeper underground, but very, very slowly. But not too long after realizing that, a very long rope ladder was thrown down the side of the sinkhole from above. Then McClellan and Johnston said, "If anyone's down there, please climb up here now." With somewhat hearing that, Generals Lee, Grant, Sherman, and Stonewall Jackson and their few remaining troops all climbed up the rope ladder to the surface. But upon arriving at the surface, they were approached by Generals McClellan and Johnston, who said, "Oh, aren't the four of you going to be in trouble when we report all of you back to Lincoln and Davis?" With hearing that, Generals Lee and Clint said, "It's not what you think. We actually united together so we could fight against the armies of the dark more successfully." Then, with knowing that, Generals McClellan and Johnston said, "Oh, we see, but still, you didn't ask either president. The four of you just went rogue instead. So we are going to report the four of you to Lincoln and Davis." Now Lee and Grant said, "Oh, and by the way, just how are the two of you going to report us?" With hearing that, McClellan and Johnston pulled out some handcuffs and said, "With these, now come over here. All of you are coming with us." Upon seeing that, Lee and Clint said, "Oh, I don't think so." And with that being said, they and their few troops all quickly fled down to South Carolina, Kylia. So after they had left, Generals McClellan and Johnston wrote their report and went back to the Presidential Council meeting in Washington, D.C. in the province state of Maryland, Eldenwind. While they were there, they told Lincoln and Davis about their report. Upon hearing that, they said, "So, Generals Lee, Grant, Sherman, and Stonewall Jackson and their troops are the rogue armies. Well, aren't they in so much trouble?" Then, with that being said, both Generals McClellan and Johnston left Washington, D.C. and went back to their posts in the province state of Pennsylvania, Arlington. Then, back at South Carolina, Kylia, the United Union Confederate Front all went to the Charleston, Torah, Providence Harbor, where they boarded a steamship called the SS Pembroke Castle of the Appalachia, Carolina North Line. Then traveled up north along the coast of North Americanta to eastern Toronto, Canada. Where they all transferred to the steamship SS Marcea Rose of the Toronto Navy Line that was captained by Captain Admiral Ardea Kamani Estelle. Then they sailed to the Bay of Charleston, Torah, Providence. Thanks for watching. see you all again next Thursday for the audiobook of Chapter 2 of The Great Battle for Amerikhanta begins. Like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to hit that little notification bell so you don't miss a video.